I say, whoa now, y'all. It's your boy Foul Shot and reporting live from the Bamboozled Again News Network. And I had to break off what I was doing today to, I don't know, I'm gonna drop this one on y'all, right? And I'm gonna title this one, America Has Been Invaded, right? Now, we're all aware of the migrant crisis, right? And we might be mystified as to who's allowing it, the purpose. We might be on the political matrix of shifting blame or blaming the people actually over here, whatever, right? But all that's irrelevant. The fix has been in, and it's been in for a while. And I used that frog in the boiling water experiment, where they done it so incrementally, we don't realize till it's up on us, and then we become apathetic to do anything about it. But this is all based on spirituality, right? Yeah, it's taking place in the physical dimension, right? But this has a spiritual connotation to it. America has been invaded by locusts. Now, I wouldn't tie this completely in the scripture, but it's almost symbolic of the locusts being released. And locusts devour crops and, destroy the land. But the land's already destroyed, right? Now, again, up until I did, I guess, a couple videos on the beef about in the Chosen Ones community. My previous biggest video maybe had, I don't know, 1,300 views, big for me, was in relation to, and I titled Immigration in My Small Town. Now, the particular small town I live in is actually the birthplace of Harriet Tubman, right? There's not really anything that would bring my or out of towners here. There's no college institutions. There's no. There is a big chicken processing. It is a big chicken processing area. So you do come if you're in that field of work, you will see a lot of Hispanics. There's a Haitian demographic here because they primarily work in the chicken processing type of industry, right? There's no institutions of higher learning. There's no stem cell research or anything along those lines that would bring people here, other than maybe like a muskrat festival, or in the summer they have like triathlons because it's by the water. You know what I mean? So I'm routinely during there every day up Walmart in the evening, and I talked about how I was seeing a different type of human when I'm in Walmart. These humans don't seem to be as what would I call it? Their features are harder. Like they haven't been necessarily commingled with to a degree. They look more aboriginal. You see what I'm saying? And it's just not quote unquote Hispanics. These are Asian persuasion folk. I've seen Middle Eastern folk with a down head. And the town might have 15,000 people. It might. So I'm seeing this influx of different types of people I've never seen before, and trying to figure out, one, where are they living at? Two, what kind of work are they doing? Because the economy here isn't but so vast. You know what I'm saying? There are only so many warehouses, so on and so forth. And then I also noticed that in the evening, primarily after about 7, these type of people are probably about 80% of the people in Walmart, and they all have multiple carts filled up to the tippy top. I just take a mental note. I ain't stunting them, you know what I mean? They ain't did nothing to me, you know what I mean? Whatever. Then I was having a conversation with my mother about it. Now, my mother lives in a pretty decent neighborhood. So I go over there routinely, whatever the case may be. And I noticed something and they've expanded her particular community. Like when she first got there, it might have only been 3 houses. Now they kind of packed everybody in together. But they're single family homes, whatever. Hopping a skip or a couple clicks down the road, I started noticing that a black van would, routinely, almost like a shuttle bus, would go back and forth throughout the day with a bunch of people in it. and then they drop off, pick up. I don't know, few doors. I don't know, maybe 100 yards down from where my mother live at. But the houses are spaced out, and they just flop down the road. So the people at this residence don't have a car, but there's a shuttle bus taking them. Da da da. But I'm not aware of any shuttle service that does that. Then I would go to, again, Walmart. There's a bus stop. Now, mind you, the buses don't run like in no metropolitan city. These are like Emmy Jimmy county buses that may run every 2 hours. And only certain people get on these buses. And the buses might only hold about 8 people. But routinely, I would see like groups of Asians hopping on the county, dust buses, we call it. So much so, like the regular people can't get on, or it's just packed, or like, why are they hopping on the dust bus? It's almost like they're tourists, right? But they're outside of like fishing. But there wouldn't be any particular reason why these groups of people would come here. Of all the places to come, you would come here. You see what I'm saying? But I'm also aware of the political stuff and all that type of stuff like that there, right? So I know the nuances of it to say, right? Here's what the average American isn't privy to, right? And this is why I'm getting into the spiritual meaning of this. Again, America has been invaded. I wouldn't be surprised if these folks aren't just UN troops without their uniform yet. And then here's what's crazy. I'll keep it seems like throughout this journey of sobriety, I'll start getting information on my YouTube feed that I haven't looked up but find it interesting, and then start seeing it. So here's two that I've been seeing recently. People quitting their jobs, which I'm the leading candidate for that, right? And I've been getting a lot of clips about the migrant stuff. So I think Antoine Daniels had covered a story about a group of migrants taking over apartment complexes in Denver. The issues they're having in Seattle. I've been heard about what was going on in New York with them squatting in people's homes and them having legal issues trying to get these people out of their homes. Of them attacking police with no, getting booked, have no address, and get released on their own recognizance. Here in my town, a former co-worker of mine lives in a very decent neighborhood, gated, sit by the water, right? But immediately outside of the gate, it's just regular town. So she was saying how the Hispanics party every night and whoop de whoop de whoop. So I'm like, well, did you call the federales? She was like, yeah, but they got like a lookout, and then they turn it down when they ride past, and they turn it back up. So I said, a sophistication of tomfoolery. That's next level. Then I'm starting to think, it's almost like, you know how that song said, when you play the fool, you the last one to know? The whole town's laughing at me. I think everybody's in on it. Because let's say the police or, wherever they're at with it. Yeah, they might be the law enforcement, but they don't set the policy. They just go by the policy. And typically to stay wherever you're at, you just go along with it, right? Or if you don't go along with it, you might get a little backlash. And then eventually you have to leave because you're not going to change it. It's going to end up changing you if you stay in it. But nobody, I don't even know if immigration is even a thing anymore. Because are they even still locking up people with no documentation? When these people are committing crimes, they get in a pass, right? It's because they want them here. And here's why they want them here. We've been fattened up for the kill. And didn't even realize. We were sheep being led to slaughter and knew it not. Blindly following these leaders. If you're pretty much, now both sides of the coin, fall onto it. But, one side is more one way than the other with other stuff, right? So for those, let's say the Negro, the baby boomer generation Negro who always vote Democrat and what, you voted for this. You voted for harlotry. You voted for abortion, or at least, those people who run on those platforms. You voted for the destruction, coming off natural resources, and now your gas sky high. You voted for, immigration, so on and so forth. You actually voted and will go to war verbally with the same very thing that's afflicting you now. Here's what I'm getting to. I took the scenic route. The average American's done. Done. These, now mind you, where we grow, we're here in America, there's a stereotype of the stupid American, right? Which is true. Or the ignorant American. There's a stereotype, there's a global joke across the world that America is the only place where the poor people are fat. The average American will not be able to hold up what's coming when the system is crashing or not doing what it used to do that you're so dependent on. Not just say if you're on social service or anything like that. If you're banking on the police, if you're banking on civil liberty, if you're banking on your job, and that's what gives you value, you're done. The average American is obese and out of shape. Yo, it's crazy how lately, within like the past 2 weeks, I've been having like this kind of like Spartan gladiator kind of thing like on my spirit, right? You know what I mean? Like honor and you know how they carried it and or the mentality thereof. That's what you're gonna end up having to need, because the average American is quickly depressed when slightly inconvenienced. That's why mental health issues are running rampant. When anything happens, like the stuff these people are coming up, that's just part of life. They don't need no therapist to help them get through poverty or famine or whatever. Us here, we lose a job, we ready to jump out the window. And I think it's because of how the society is constructed. They've kind of subtly imposed value based on your lot in the system. So if you lose something in superficiality, like you lose some finance, you lose a title, you lose a mate, you can't hold up because you placed that on your identity. Now your identity is taking a hit. That's why they're so superficial, and the things that actually define you, which are all internal, they kind of like mask that or don't get you to build that part up. So when this stuff fall apart, you have nothing to fall back on. Like I said, the average American is out of weight. Obese, or not in shape at the very least. That's why they have a hard time getting people to join the military, because they can't meet the requirements. The average woman is single. Oh man, they about to feast. This will be like proverbially shooting fish in a barrel if I was a outside army looking to invade America. But you just can't come from somewhere else and invade. They've done it like under the cloak of immigration. So now you're surrounded by those who don't like you or see you as food or have been viewing you from the outside looking in as, stupid, out of touch, vain, and all those things are true. Like I said, the average woman, here's what's crazy. Here's how they dupe this, right? The average woman is single. Even if she's in a relationship, she still operates from a single mindset, right? I remember one time I was talking to a coworker of mine about her dating patterns. And she said, well, I can't help it. Toxic meat is the best, right? Like a man who's not toxic can't, fulfill a woman. You know what I'm saying? So they've actually socially engineered women to look for or find attraction to the wrong type of men, because these men will not protect you. The overly emotional, the hyper masculine, these people are not going to protect you. Let's say the proverbial gang member, in and out of jail dude, he's used to beefing with other Negroes. He doesn't he's not wired to come together and beef with another group of people that don't look like him. He'll give you up. It happens every day. Look at the snitch culture. All these so-say gangster dudes all have these snitch allegations on their jacket, or all are felons, gotten caught committing felonies, and then give you some old wild story because you like them about how they not in prison now. See, now, because of superficiality, ain't nobody, especially once you get past about 30, 40, and you in the game, you is going to tell. Especially if you got something going. Because you're not trying to be in there. And it's not like people are unaliving you because of it, because everybody doing it. So there's no code of ethics, even with the hyper masculine dude. He doing whatever he feel is convenient for him. These folk ain't going through no hard shit. You see what I'm saying? And then let's say for the women who don't have men, or they'll get like with the baller type of dude, right? However he get him money, da da da. That's what, like, typically, and I know people like this who, get money, and that's kind of what they lead with, and whatever the case may be. They do that because they don't have nothing else to fall back on. And they probably do that or carry it like that because they were kind of overlooked when they were younger, or didn't have success with women, or whatever. So they lead and put money all in your face. These people aren't going to protect you. They can't even protect themselves. They use money as a defense to, like, make people think whatever about them. But they ain't on no wartime. I grew up with 1,000 of them. They'll throw you under the bus before they go to war for a righteous cause, because there's none in them. And then with all the women being single, like I said, from wherever these people coming from, Venezuela, North Korea, I don't know, these Islamic countries, maybe through, social media, but these people aren't privy to going outside in society and seeing everybody butt naked, or seeing all the women butt naked. They're not used to being able to see the crack of your hind parts, or your nipple showing through your shirt. And these people are coming from more patriarchal society where there's a vast differentiation between a woman of wifely material versus a streetwalker. Here in Babylon, the vast majority of women dress like one and have the mental belief system and value system of one. So they're not seeing you as a woman who's to be protected or respected or anything. They see you as something to be used and discarded. That's why I made that video about the sisterhood and the migrants, and y'all been at a disadvantage because they taught you how to shun the type of mind that you would need to lead you, guide you, protect you. For superficial Negro that ain't finna do none of that, and now you're left uncovered, and now you're slowly being surrounded by people and by the way the modern black woman carries, or most women for that matter here in Babylon carry, all that twerking, all that, wearing little stuff and all that type of stuff. And you having these hordes of people who not from here saying that. They seen you make videos about how you left your man because he took you to Applebee's and all that. Man, boy, it's ready. Boy, judgment here, boy. Woo-wee. I'm ready to tighten up on my backstroke. This, hey, like Tribe Called Quest said. And it ain't nothing nice. And it ain't nothing nice. And we still don't see it. And mass in general. And they I don't know where they getting them from, but they pumping them in. And if I know if they doing it in a small town, I can only imagine what it looked like in a metropolitan city. And the police not protecting you. And if you're of the Negro persuasion, we're not used to coming together. Like, I don't think, like, the hood, yeah, this, that, and the third. Again, the typical gangster dude, he'll go to war, or let's say the neighborhood clique might go to war with another clique from another neighborhood, but they're not even wired to go against an enemy that don't look like them. They could be encamping all around them, and ain't nothing gonna happen. They're not gonna check them folk. They're not gonna do none of that. And these people are bred for warfare. These people don't care nothing about you being no gang. See, gangsterism here is different than gangsterism everywhere else, where if you go to jail, your jail cell got a dirt floor. You see what I'm saying? I've seen like them locked up abroad or just locked up other places. Like they come bring slop. Ain't no commissary. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about these folk come from places of hardship and nothing, and they used to it. So this is a skip in the park. And we've all seen, and here's how the place set up, and here's how they've duped this, right? Now, this is how bad they disrespected the American, right? Now I'm saying, and this is national news, like in California places, they giving out $1 million home loan for people who shouldn't be here. If that ain't a slap in the face, these people can now get credit cards with no social security number. So they're setting them up, and they're not getting prosecuted for any crimes, and they're doing better than you. Now, while the home team is steady beefing about this here and who's at fault, instead of coming together or coming up with a plan or let's homestead, I'm going to buy some seeds, you buy some guns. We're not bred to do that in this competitive corporate culture of America. The country has been, like, America's a corporation and it's been sold out. But typically, when the company gets sold, they get all the work out the workers, but you'll be the last one to know. You'll just come to work one day and there's a padlock on it. And, you know, the people in upper management, they gone, they done cut their phone off. They don't even know you no more. I've had that happen in the recovery world. So I see the writing on the wall. It's real in the battlefield, baby. Like I said, yo, boy, they destroyed us, yo. But myself, I'm not worried at all. Because I'm a different type of American. I don't even like calling myself that, but I'm an inhabitant of Earth, but I'm a different type of American. And I'll tie this into something else I was going to cover, but didn't get to it last night, right? The Most High's favor and mercy on my life, right? If you're quote unquote chosen, or if you're actually seeking the Creator, not just going to church, because by now you should have come out the church matrix, right? If you're seeking God on your own, if you're seeking the truth, certain things should be happening now if you haven't fully implemented it, right? You're coming out of the food pyramid, understanding, oh, that's whack, yo. Like such as myself, I noticed I don't feel the necessity to eat as much. And I've actually gotten bigger. You see what I'm saying? You should be searching the scriptures more for yourself. You should be establishing, if you haven't already, like more of a personal relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Here's another. You should have been came out of just whoredom and all that type of stuff. But I was thinking about how, now I never took note of it at the time, but when I moved across the bridge, a lot of guys there smoke PCP. So I remember one night I'm going home, and I had to cut through this creek. But that's where they used to stick people up at. But I knew everybody. I'm not worried. I'm just not worried about it. Not because I'm so tough. I'm going home. And I remember I walked through the jump, and I guess man was back there on the stick up tip. So as I get past him, I hear some bushes rustling, and he behind me, and I hear him cock the shotgun. So man say, kick it out. But I recognize the voice. So I say, yo, such and such, is that you? But I don't turn around yet. He said, yeah, who that? I said, yo, it's Calvin, yo. I turn around. He said, oh, my bad. And he was high off PCP, because I know that's what he do. It's almost like he evaporated back into the mist, yo. Damn. Like, I've been in so many wild situations that I think back on and went through relatively unscathed. You know, situations with the police. My first adult charge, 2 days after I turned 18, I messed around and broke the cop jaw. Now, of course, they put the A-Town stomp on me. But they were supposed to have killed me that night. And they told me they would do so. Made it through that. And this is where I think I first started going through gang stalk, because after I got out, like they would sit in front of my house, try to intimidate me. But I wouldn't even say naive. I'm too, not even self-absorbed. I'm just too me to even care about. I see, I don't care about that yet. I'm gonna go help my homeboy. So it's not really working. Like even when I found myself addicted to oxycodone, didn't realize it. I just didn't have enough sense to not go through the withdrawal. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't realize or understand how to like go get some other type of pills, and I just went through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just got 1,000 stories about, like I've ran with people, carried guns and da da da, and robbed folk and doo 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 doo. No, I've been in these various situations where female call the police on me and tell the most spectacular story, and the cop on my side. You know what I'm saying? I've done stuff dead wrong, so eager to contribute something to the cause that I go to court and start citing Ohio versus Sam Saucehead, which got nothing to do with why I'm in there, and just get some great, like I've never been to prison. And I got an extensive record from 18 to 25. Like I said, I quit all my jobs, but they'll hire me back. You see what I'm saying? Now I catch a little hate, not that I care, whatever, whatever. But I don't like, and reference back to this, like, but the right people like me. The right people speak highly of me. The right people, light up when they see me. You see what I'm saying? So in reference to the migrant, and typically, I've been around different type of folk, and people say Africans don't like black people and whatever, whatever. It may or may not, I don't know, because I ain't never had no problem with them. They ain't never treat me no type of way. Even when I'm at Walmart, I speak to folk, you know what I'm saying? And they smile, and, we probably can't even speak the same language. Like when I was working with the Hispanic dude, and I think I might have said this in another video, and he told me I work a lot good, because I guess he was from Baltimore, and from whatever, he seen the black people just drinking, smoking, cutting the food. I guess I had a different energy and a different work ethic than he had seen. So he asked me, why was black people so lazy, in my opinion? And I thought about it, I said, I don't know, maybe because we worked 400 years for free. He bust out laughing. He said, man, Kelly, you a lot of good, man. Like you, man. You crazy like me, man. Like, yeah, gotta be crazy. You here in Babylon, you gotta be somewhat crazy to keep the defense on. Or to not get bamboozled. You see what I'm saying? Like, we should be looking into, like, which is cheaper than going to the healing yourself. Being able to counsel your, like, this codependency on the system that's crumbling has moved us to this place of being so apathetic, or this symbiotic relationship with the system, that when they cut the cord, we have nothing to pour into ourselves. It now, from being involved, it don't make no sense. Now I got people I can run stuff past and kick it with, but it don't make no sense to be now. I got whatever problem I got, if I label it a problem, but I need to go talk to somebody else to figure out how to manage it, how to solve it. And when I tell people this, they're blown away. Like, you sure you want to do that? Like, but I'm looking at them like, shouldn't every, especially man, be able to do that? Now, depending on the circumstance situation, I do have, wise counsel that know me, that I can run stuff past and woo. But I like solve my own problem. It changes my vibration. And I think that's what it is. My vibration is different than the average American you run across, because I do different type of stuff than they do. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat the scavengers of the land or the sea anymore. I ain't did that boat. I think I'm working on almost 2.5 years now. And just stopped doing that because a homie of mine told me he didn't eat pork. So I said, oh, well, I was just looking for stuff to do or stop doing. So, I mean, I had heard, I didn't know if it was scriptural or not, because I know people that make arguments on either side. But I just want to say, I just want to do something, say I did it. So I just stopped eating pork and shrimp and lobster and all that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about no football. I don't care about no entertainment. I don't care nothing about no social group and that. And that's another thing in these social groupings and social attachment. One, most people can't survive without it. My friends left me. Granted, yeah, I've been through it, but now, in reality, the way I see it, if your friends leave you now, that's actually a blessing, because you don't want these people around you when this really go to the yeah. Because again, they don't care nothing about you. They're not going to defend you. They're not going to, have your best interests at heart. They're just, a lot of them seem to me, everyone just attempting to siphon from each other, because they have no oil in their own lampstand. So I can afford to give mine out without depleting myself, but I'm not looking to extract from anyone else. I'm full. Nobody, and I'm speaking in generalized terms, nobody here is truly full. Most people, okay, like I'm here by the water, right? And, people go into nature for leisure purposes, not recharge purposes. You see what I'm saying? I go to the beach to take pictures by that jump, but I'm not there grounding, or I'm not there getting the sun for that specific purpose. I'm at the beach because on the Babylon value system, leisure is high on the list. Not I break off from what I'm doing and just go out here for me, to reflect, to meditate, to self-analyze. You see what I'm saying? Yo, wait, boy, this is judgment, yo. I got a few things I need to work on. And then September, my birthday month, ain't no better time now. I'm my way. What's happening? Because I plan on being a superhero. I plan on getting me some grace and mercy. I plan on getting out of situations like it's been all my life, where it looked like they got me dead to rights, and somehow they don't see me, or somehow I get a pass, or somehow from years back I did something for somebody who's now in this whatever and totally forgot about it, and they remember like, oh, what's up, yo? Woo, 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 woo. I got 1,000 stories like that. I got 1,000 like issues I had in Baltimore, which weren't really issues. And then the person, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I covered this where the dude, where I was up on Greenmount Avenue, shucking and jiving, had a good time, stayed out there like 4 in the morning. So I come back around there again. That's how I do it. So the dude was like, you cussed my mom out and all this here. I'm like, man, no, I didn't. He said, man, you called a B word. I said, I only use that word. But mind you, now this is a dangerous area. So logically, it'd probably be best to leave. But then it's not understanding, because I can't have nobody run me nowhere. So if they gonna do something, they just had to do it. You know what I'm saying? And however that go. Plus, I already know I ain't got no business up here. So, you know, I stay down the street, woo da woo da woo. They saying little stuff, but I ain't moving though. I'm just looking at them. So the woman in question ends up cutting the corner past me, see me, give me a hug. So I said, up. I was talking to an older guy that, you know what I mean, just drinking, talking to him. I said, yep, there it is. I'm straight. She go down the joint, I can see him from my peripheral. So I see him, or she point down at me. I see her shake her head, da da da. I said, yeah, I'm good. So woo da woo. So about 5 minutes later, the same dude, he's like, yo, my bad, yo. Man, I thought, man, that was my fault. We dab it up, I understand, you know what I'm saying? If I thought, so I don't fault you for that, you know what I'm saying? Then we start, you know what I mean? One dude, I called him out on him bamboozling other folk. So unbeknownst to me, he was trying to pay groups of youngins to, you know what I mean, get down on me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that. I know he petty, I know he cruddy. So I'm kind of on point for him, but I ain't realize he done did this. Running to the youngins that he done proposition about this here, they tell me and then ask me, they said, nah, they tell Cuz, nah, I rock with Cap. Cause I might have seen him do something crazy and just talk to him, you know what I'm saying? Or I might share my herb with him, whatever, and not let him astray. Then they was like, nah, so they won't take his money to F me up, but they asking me, do they want me to F him up for free? I'm like, nah, cuz, let it lay, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had a couple pockets of youngins telling me that. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, in the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, them dead to right. Look, I stole a car one time. I get to court. I only had to say nothing. They just dropped the charge and had me plead to something super lesser that wasn't a felony. Should have went to prison that time. You know what I'm saying? And then, not only that, but when I had these, let's say I'm dead wrong, I get a whole bunch of grace. But then when I'm trying to fix myself, the grace and mercy there, the favors there, and here's how it's there. I'm going to make your road harder. Because the hardness will hone some stuff in you. It seemed like the Most High short-stopped my life over a decade ago to have me on deck now. And I've seen him fold time up. I'm thinking I'm getting left behind. I can't make no moves. I can't woo. Within a week. It wasn't even a week. Within 48 hours, I'm on deck with everybody. But now I got all these previous experiences that I'm now seeing from a spiritual lens. Now I'm running around folks. Not on no, you know, that type of time. I mean, just because I know what to do now. I know what to say to you. You see what I'm saying? It was like he had me on the bench so long looking at the game that now when I step in the game, I know how they play now. From being on the outside looking in and observing it. So now I can play, you know, Peyton Manning a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I want to go up top, but you playing off. So I'm going to start throwing these quick inches to inch you up so I can go over top. You know what I'm saying? Playing the long game. Setting myself up for such a time as this. But on that note, man, I'ma holler at y'all. 'Cause I don't want to start rambling on here, bro. But I'll leave y'all with this. And I truly believe this. If you're in, whatever social grouping you got, however it's constructed, whatever it's built on, you need to evaluate that. Is this really built on true, genuine friendship that's typically based out of going through something together? Like brothers in the army, brother been to prison, or you grew up together and went through experiences together? Or are these situations built off trauma bonding? Or y'all think the same? Or y'all have a same political view? Or y'all had the same value system? If it's not built on nothing of sound footing, they gonna be the one to line you up. Cause they don't like you nowhere. You just there. It's not like, and we see it all the time in the streets, in your job. Homeboy, they've been homeboy 5 years. Let it be a situation, just like on the plantation where both y'all up for promotion, but one of y'all can get it. Friendship going out the window for a job that's gonna pay you extra $2 an hour and heap all the responsibility on you. You see what I'm saying? You see what happened when it comes to a harlot. America done, bro. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. And on that note, I'ma holler at y'all. Ooh,